Coach, you talk about what Rocco brings to the program?
Rocco, he brings great leadership, great preparation. I think something that he does really well is how he prepares every day. You know, he gets the room going, he provides energy, brings along the young guys at a really, really good pace.
How about physically? What kind of physical tools?
Physically, he's a powerful, he's got some quick change of directions, you know what I mean? And so he's allowing himself to really, really spurt, and he's also been able to move out, go to empty, for pass protect, so really be an every down type of back.
How about Brandon? What is he bringing both, physically?
Yeah. So something Brandon brings similar to Rocco's experience and that leadership part of it. So having the experience of playing in a couple games, being at USC, being at Houston, and playing at UMass, he brings that type of experience. So showing guys, helping guys what it's like and kind of coaching them up in the room.
He looks like a real patient guy. Is that something you can teach a running back, that actual?
It depends, right? It depends on the type of play call, the type of play you're running. Some plays you want to have certain tempos where you're getting downhill. Some plays you want to have a little more controlled tempo. So the way you teach it is for running backs, it's the design of the play and what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish.
What do you like with your depth with Damian and Gutson and Jackson?
Yeah, Jackson unfortunately isn't here right now, but in terms of our depth at running back, it's been really, really good. We're continuing to enhance that. The biggest thing I focus on with our depth is what do they do really well? You got guys who can catch, you got guys who can run, you got guys who can block. So we want to figure out how do they mesh well together and be able to use that.
What do you expect personnel-wise for Saturday?
I can't give you that, but I'm just kidding. Saturday, it'll be a rotation of 3 or 4 different guys depending on health-wise. That's why we're going a little bit more tag tempo, just because of our physical part of it. We've been going all spring, having a lot of physicality, so for there, it'll be a constant rotation of the guys.
Who's been blocking really well out of the backfield? Who's been laying down some good hits?
Blocking out of the backfield, I would say, Cookie does a really, really good job, right? Cookie is a downhill physical type of player, and you really, really see it in the pass game and in the run blocking game.
On the other side, who's been coming out of the backfield and making some good catches and kind of being another dynamic?
That's been a developing thing, so I think depending on what we're doing, whether it's check downs, whether it's, free releases, whether it's down the field routes, I think that's something we're continuing to work on. You see guys catching jug balls. Will be with me before and after practice working on our catching, just another tool to add to our toolbox.
What impact does Coach Reed bring to your group?
Man, knowledge. So for Coach Reed, he brings a bunch of knowledge, leadership, right? He talks about whether it's from a defensive perspective with his background, the life aspect of it, and he's something that really, really helps me too when it comes to teaching the young guys and staying focused on the process.
Do you ever get surprised with his energy that he brings every day?
Nope, not at all. That's who he is, and I love it.
With the young guys, he's talked about them that do it. What they do best. Is there some things that are like bare minimum after three, whether it's ball security, fast pro, what are some of the first things you?
The bare minimum that I ask is for you to play with great effort, to play fast, and play physical. That's the bare minimum, and those have nothing to do with skills. It's simply a choice.
How has Coach Joe Harris-Sibiak helped you progress in your coaching career?
He's helped me tremendously, whether it's, the aspect of what we're trying to build here, with being, process-driven versus purpose-driven versus, result-driven, and kind of that aspect of, hey, it's day by day, every single type of approach, not necessarily focusing on the end goal.
What do you want MAC teams to know about your running group specifically?
Just like I said, to be able to play with great effort, play fast, and play physical.